Welcome to Nintendo Academy. I am Mike Perez, and in this video, I bet I can tell you what Nintendo is up to next with that Nintendo Switch OLED and what's coming next after that. If we are just meeting, I am Mike Perez, and here at Nintendo Academy, hey, we talk about everything Nintendo. So consider subscribing and clicking that bell so you don't miss another Nintendo Academy video. And trust me, that bell helps you a lot because sometimes I go live with giveaways, and I know some of my subscribers, they miss out on these giveaways because of that bell. So make sure it's turned on so you don't miss a live or anything that shows up here at Nintendo Academy. So what do we know so far about the Nintendo Switch OLED? Well, it has an OLED screen, it has better speakers, it has a better kickstand, the dock is a different color with a different shape, and now it has that internet port connection thingy that you can connect to the internet wire with the wire and, you know, go back in time for a little bit just to get a better connection, because apparently Wi-Fi is not good enough. And that is basically it. That's what we have with the Nintendo Switch OLED so far. So after this announcement and after October, what is next for Nintendo? Let me tell you. In the rest of the lifespan for the Nintendo Switch, there's a few things that are going to happen, and they are very exciting. Number one, Nintendo Online will become a lot better than it is now. We are waiting for Game Boy games, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy SP, remember Game Boy SP? And a whole bunch of other consoles coming to the Nintendo Online membership, including the GameCube and Nintendo 64. And Nintendo is looking to kind of mimic what Xbox has and Stadia has with having the online consoles online for us to enjoy. And this is something that's going to go ahead and also merge to the next Nintendo console in the future. It's not something that like the Wii U. You know how in the Wii U we had all of these awesome consoles and they were there. You could purchase the games individually, but at least all of the consoles were there. With this new system, we are going to have a membership tier where you will pay a monthly fee for Nintendo Online, a little more, and then you'll have all of these other consoles listed on the Nintendo Online system there. We should be hearing soon after the Nintendo Switch OLED is out about the new Nintendo Online membership system, and I hope that they do add all of these games. I even heard rumors of the Wii being added to the Nintendo Switch Online. So having the entire Nintendo lineup all the way from NES to the Nintendo Wii on Nintendo Online, and then having tiers of memberships for Nintendo Online. That's one thing that should be expected right after the Nintendo Switch OLED is released. Guess what? This is my prediction. The Nintendo Switch OLED is the very last console update in the Nintendo Switch family of systems. Now, what if I told you that all of the rumors that we heard are true? But Mike, they just announced the Nintendo OLED and there is no 4K output, so they can't be true. Well, let me tell you in a way that this can be true. Nintendo Switch OLED, the rumors for that console were correct. We did get a 7-inch OLED screen. We did get a better kickstand added to it. The speakers, we had no clue about the speakers. Nobody spoke about those speakers. So yeah, we got that part right. But the other part, the Tegra chip and the 4K output and the better dock, all of this stuff is still true. We just got it mixed up, guys. Nintendo is working on two consoles. Okay, they're working on this very last Nintendo Switch version, which is the OLED version, and they're working on the next Nintendo console. I don't know what it's going to be called, but I know it's not going to be called the Switch. It's a new console, the brand new next generation console for Nintendo. They are already working on this console, and it so happens that Nintendo, sometimes they work at two consoles at the same time. They work on updates on a current console, and at the same time, hello, I'm pretty sure they already have the name for the next console. They already have the features that they want for the next console. They have everything they need for the next console, and they are currently working on it. And when some of these rumors were leaked out to credible outlets like Bloomberg and other outlets out there, very credible sources, by the way, they got the wires mixed, and they received rumors from the next gen console and the Nintendo Switch OLED, and we all thought that this next console that just released was that console with the next gen specs, but it really wasn't. Those rumors and those leaks, those speculations, those specs that we saw in the rumors from Bloomberg and all these credible sources are for the next gen console, not the Switch, for the other Nintendo that's coming up, I would say, in the next 2 years. Now, this Nintendo Switch OLED will probably phase out the Nintendo Switch little by little, like in a year and a half, and we will probably get some themed versions of the OLED console. So we are probably getting 3 versions of the Nintendo Switch OLED. This will be Splatoon 3, Breath of the Wild 2 version, and a Metroid Prime 4 version to be released later on in the future, hopefully in early 2022, mid 2022, all the way up to, I'll say, July next year. Just like we had the Mario version released, we had the Monster Hunter Rise. These 2 versions came close to each other. We're gonna have the Breath of the Wild 2 version, we're gonna have the Splatoon 3 version of the OLED models, and we're gonna have the Metroid Prime 4 Nintendo Switch versions. That's what I believe is going to happen from October and beyond. Yeah, so from October and beyond, we have Nintendo Online bringing in all of the new games, establishing a brand new online membership systems where you have all of the consoles available to you. And we also will have the Nintendo Switch OLED versions of Splatoon 3, Breath of the Wild 2, and Metroid Prime 4. Am I right? Well, only time will tell. But if I am, promise me you will come back to this video and leave a comment down below and let me know what you think about Nintendo's future when it comes to the OLED and the next console. Now, are you excited for Nintendo's next generation console? Because it's apparent that these leaks that we just got, the leaks for the 4K display, was not meant for the Nintendo Switch OLED. It was meant for the next generation console. So let me know below in the comments your thoughts. And yeah, that's the video, guys. Let me know what you guys think. And I am Mike Perez with Nintendo Academy.